After cleaning, fish are rinsed and sorted by size and quality, crucial for consistent cooking and packing. Sardines are pre-cooked in steam or batch cookers, a controlled heat step that readies the fish for packing and softens bones. Operators monitor time and temperature precisely. Overcooking changes texture, undercooking risks safety. After cooking, fish are cooled quickly to preserve texture and prepare for safe handling during packing. Optical grading and weight sorting give us consistent tins. Size matters for yield and appearance. Depending on the product, the fish are filleted mechanically or by hand, producing neat fillets for packing. Robotic handlers present fish in perfect alignment so each can looks and weighs the same. Cans are either formed on-site or delivered pre-formed. Each tin is inspected for integrity before filling. Empty tins are sanitized and examined. A spotless can ensures product safety and shelf life. The packing medium, whether oil, tomato sauce or water, is prepared to precise recipes and held at controlled temperatures. Fish are deposited into the tins in neat patterns. Overhead depositors and robot arms ensure each can is filled to spec. Sauce is dosed precisely and headspace adjusted to prevent oxidation and ensure correct pressure during sterilization. Each lid is double seamed and inspected automatically. Seam integrity is critical for safe shelf life. Sealed cans are sterilized in retorts. Pressure and temperature are controlled to kill microbes without overcooking the product. Each sterilization cycle is logged with lethal value metrics, traceable proof that every can is safe. After sterilization, rapid cooling prevents overcooking and prepares cans for final inspection and labeling. Cans are branded and coated with batch and expiry info. Clear traceability and compliance come next. Cases and multi-packs are formed and sealed by robotic packers, efficient and accurate for distribution. Pallets are optimized and loaded for transport. Cans are now en route to retailers and kitchens worldwide. Every shift sends samples to QA, microbiological, chemical and sensory checks confirm quality and safety. Seam checks and non-destructive tests catch defects before product leaves the plant. Digital trace systems mean a single code can be tracked back to vessel, cook batch, and QA results essential for rapid response. Byproducts are reclaimed for fish meal and oil. Modern plants aim for near zero waste. Wastewater is treated and energy recovered from steam systems to reduce environmental impact. And that's how canned sardines are produced, carefully cleaned, cooked, packed, and sterilized so they're safe and delicious. Thanks for coming inside. Subscribe for more behind-the-scenes factory tours. This humble root feeds millions. But few people ever see what happens after it leaves the soil. Today, we take you inside a modern factory to reveal how giant cassava roots are transformed into fine, food-grade flour. This is not traditional processing. This is industrial precision at massive scale. Where technology and human expertise work together. Cassava takes up to 12 months to mature underground, storing energy as starch. Only healthy, mature roots are selected for industrial flour production. Speed matters. Fresh cassava begins to degrade within hours. Once harvested, cassava must move fast. Proper transport prevents bruising and spoilage. Every batch is logged and tracked. Food safety begins before processing. Dirt, toxins, and outer layers are completely removed. Moisture removal is critical for shelf life. Subscribe to Agro Factory Secrets for more inside modern factory stories. Welcome to our factory. Today, I'll show you exactly how flatbreads are made from raw ingredients to perfectly baked pieces ready for stores worldwide. Don't forget to subscribe for more behind-the-scenes videos like this. Our process begins with raw ingredients, primarily wheat flour, water, salt, oil, and leavening agents. Each batch arrives with strict quality checks. Precise measurements ensure each flatbread has the same softness, flavor, and texture. Once the ingredients are verified, automated systems begin preparing each component for mixing. These industrial mixers need hundreds of kilograms of dough at a time. The goal, a soft, elastic dough with perfect hydration. Technicians monitor every variable: temperature, speed, moisture, ensuring each batch is identical. Once mixed, the dough travels through sealed tubes, maintaining hygiene and consistency. Resting allows gluten to relax, giving flatbreads their signature softness. Robotic dividers portion the dough into perfect sizes. Accuracy is critical. The dough into perfect sizes. Accuracy is critical. Next, high-precision rollers shape the dough into flat, even sheets. Every millimeter counts. In the tunnel oven, intense heat cooks each piece in seconds. The puff is caused by steam expanding inside the dough. Some flatbreads require flipping for even cooking. Automation ensures speed and consistency. Every bubble and golden mark adds to the flatbread's signature character. Before packaging, the flatbreads must cool naturally. Sealing them too hot causes moisture buildup. High-speed wrappers seal in freshness using airtight food-grade film. Finally, pallets move to distribution, delivering millions of flatbreads daily to markets worldwide. And that's how flatbreads are made in modern factories: fast, precise. Subscribe for more behind-the-scenes factory journeys. Welcome to our catfish plant. Today we'll show how farmed and wild catfish are transformed into safe, portion fillets and value-added products, all under strict food safety and traceability systems. Let's go inside. Catfish arrive chilled or live from farms and vessels. Every crate is logged with a batch ID for full traceability. Technicians check temperature, size, and freshness. Only fish that meet standards enter the production flow. Live fish are kept in oxygenated holding systems under low stress conditions. Chilled product stays in cold rooms to preserve quality. When farms supply live fish, humane stunning and bleeding are performed in regulated suites to meet welfare standards. Stunning systems are monitored digitally and recorded to ensure humane handling before processing. After stunning/bleeding, fish are transferred quickly into the sanitary processing line. High-pressure washers and deheading machines rapidly clean and remove heads, while byproducts are contained for rendering. Automated evisceration, backed by manual inspection, ensures sanitary removal of viscera and consistent product quality. Thorough rinsing removes residues and prepares fish for filleting or whole fish packaging. High-speed filleters produce consistent skin-on or skinless fillets. Automation and human oversight work together for yield and quality. Vision systems guide skinning tools. Pin bone removal and trimming create retail-ready fillets. Automated pin bone removal and vision inspection ensure product safety and consistent appearance. Portioning lines cut fillets to exact weights. Check weighers ensure pack consistency and reduce giveaway. Tumbler and injector systems evenly apply marinades or brines for flavored lines. Breaded and battered products move through multi-stage coaters and pre-baked tunnels to lock in texture. IQF freezing locks in texture and prevents clumping, critical for portion catfish pieces. Freezer parameters are tuned by product type. Mechanical or cryogenic methods are chosen for optimal quality. Frozen product is sorted, sampled, and routed to packing lines. Accuracy matters for retail acceptance. Modified atmosphere packaging or vacuum sealing extends shelf life. Packaging is performed under chilled, hygienic conditions. Every pack gets batch and date codes so traceability is seamless through distribution. Cases are formed, packed and palletized robotically, then loaded into temperature-controlled transport for the cold chain. Samples are tested every shift for microbes, histamine, moisture and sensory quality. Only passing lots ship. Specific tests like histamine and heavy metal screening protect consumer health and meet regulations. Digital trace systems enable a rapid response. A single code reveals the full production history. Byproducts are reclaimed into fish meal and oils. Modern plants aim for near zero waste and circular use. Wastewater is treated and energy recovered from steam systems to minimize environmental impact. And that's how catfish is processed in modern factories, safe, traceable, and ready for your kitchen. Thanks for joining us. Subscribe for more behind-the-scenes factory stories. This bright red flower is the secret behind a refreshing drink loved across West Africa, but its road to the bottle is a careful science. From sunlit farms to sterile kettles and sealed bottles, we'll follow Zobo's full industrial journey. This is AGRO Factory Secrets inside modern Zobo production. Zobo begins as Hibiscus sabdorifa. The edible calyx develops after flowering and is harvested when intensely red and plump. Farm teams test color, acidity and size to pick at optimal anthocyanin and flavor levels. Harvesting is often manual. Gentle handling preserves pigments and reduces bruising. Early sorting removes damaged pieces and begins traceability from farm to factory. Some producers sun-dry calyces for storage, others ship fresh calyces for immediate extraction. Each choice changes flavor and shelf life. Every load is batch-coded. Traceability is essential because freshness and origin affect final quality. If fresh calyces are shipped, Cooling slows enzymatic breakdown and preserves anthocyanins. At arrival, the load is logged. On-chain timestamps show exactly when harvest occurred. Damaged lots are rejected immediately. Only clean, healthy calyces proceed to cleaning. Factory lines branch depending on raw form. Fresh calyces need washing/shock blanching. Dried ones may go straight to hot water extraction. RAPC checks moisture, acidity, and contaminants before extraction. A small lab prevents large recalls. First, calyces are gently washed to remove dust and foreign matter without damaging pigment. Mechanical maceration opens tissue to help the extraction of color and flavor. Zobo is commonly produced by hot water extraction of the calyces. Controlled temperature, time, and liquid ratio pull out anthocyanins, acids, and aromas. Advanced techniques, ultrasonic or pulsed electric fields, can increase extraction efficiency and preserve heat-sensitive antioxidants. Filters and centrifuges clarify the extract and separate spent solids for byproduct use, animal feed, compost. To make concentrate or powdered ingredients, plants gently concentrate the liquor, removing water while protecting color and aroma. Every batch is measured for color, acidity, and aroma, and tasted by sensory experts before moving on. Concentrates are standardized. Recipe pumps add sweetener, acidity balance, and flavors to hit consistent taste. To extend shelf life, manufacturers combine thermal pasteurization with proven preservatives and correct acidity. Depending on distribution needs, Zobo is hot-filled or aseptically filled to ensure safety and shelf stability. Some brands produce sparkling variants. Carbonation is a parallel microline with its own seals and QC. Labeling communicates ingredients, origin, and expiry. Lot codes keep recalls targeted and safe. Case-to-pallet automation speeds dispatch while protecting product in transit. Storage depends on process. Hot-filled/aseptic items can store ambient. Fresh extracts need chilled logistics. From factory to shelves and export markets, paperwork and packaging travel with each pallet. Shelf presence and health claims help shoppers choose. Transparency matters. Concentrates and powders enable small vendors and households to make Zobo affordably. From concentrate to chilled pitcher, Zobo's color and tart sweet flavor are instantly recognizable. Spent solids return as compost or feed. Packaging recycling closes the loop. From flour to bottle, Zobo production balances tradition and industry. Subscribe to Agro Factory Secrets for more inside factory stories. Welcome to our wafer factory. Today I'll show you how simple ingredients become the thin, crispy wafers and layered bars you love, from batter to bar. Subscribe for more behind-the-scenes tours. Everything starts with ingredients: wheat flour, sugar, vegetable fats, milk powder, lecithin, and the exact recipes that make each wafer unique. Lab teams test each shipment for moisture, particle size, and purity. No ingredient moves forward without a green light. Automated conveyors and dosing systems portion ingredients precisely. Repeatable recipes are the secret to uniform wafers. Every batch is traceable, from supplier to each pallet on the line. Wafers begin as very precise batters or doughs. Mixers combine dry and liquid components into a uniform mass. Inline sensors monitor viscosity and solids. Technicians fine-tune water and fat ratios to hit the exact spreadability needed for even wafer sheets. Batter is held in temperature-controlled hoppers to keep it stable between mixing and baking. Temperature equals consistency. High-speed presses bake wafer sheets. Batter is deposited between hot plates and compressed, creating the wafer's thin, crisp texture. Sheets are peeled precisely to avoid tearing. The pattern texture helps crispness and cream adhesion later. Cooling tunnels stabilize moisture and structure so sheets remain crisp, then they're stacked by automated handlers for the next stage. Cutter arrays slice sheets to size. Edge trimmings are reclaimed for waste-to-energy or regrind. A quick toast enhances flavor and final crunch, a light caramelization that adds aroma. Fillings are formulated to spread easily and bond to wafer sheets, balancing sweetness, fat, and texture. Viscosity is critical. Too thin and it soaks the wafer. Too thick and layers won't bond smoothly. Depositors lay exact amounts of cream with milligram accuracy, ensuring each bar has the same bite. Sheets and cream are stacked into precise layer counts, then lightly pressed to form cohesive wafer bars. Edges are tidied and alignment is checked. Any misaligned bars are rejected. Chilling stabilizes the cream and prevents deformation during handling. Enrobing covers wafer bars with a uniform chocolate shell or glaze, a dramatic transformation in a single pass. Proper tempering gives the coating its gloss, snap, and shelf stability. Side and bottom finishes add blending and texture. Precision nozzles add drizzle or logos on demand. Final QA checks flavor, moisture, and snap. Texture analyzers quantify crispness so each batch matches standards. X-rays and metal detectors protect against contamination. Weight checks ensure each package contains exactly what's promised. Simulate shelf and transport conditions to ensure product integrity through distribution. Bars are flow-wrapped or sleeved, labeled with batch codes for traceability, and grouped for boxing. Automated case erectors and packers speed up final packing while maintaining accuracy. Robots optimize pallet patterns for transport efficiency. Trucks collect pallets for distribution to retailers worldwide. Sustainable plants reclaim trim for other products and recycle packaging, reducing waste and energy use. Full traceability and digital records make recalls fast and accurate. And that's how wafers are produced in modern factories: crisp, layered, and perfectly consistent. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more behind-the-scenes factory stories. Welcome! Today we'll take you step by step through how chewing gum is made. Wrapped stick in your pocket. Let's go inside the factory. Everything starts with gum base, a chewable polymer, plus sweeteners, softeners, and concentrated flavors. Each delivery is logged and tested. Lab teams verify the base and flavor profiles. Batch traceability ties every stick back to ingredients. Automated conveyors meter powders and pellets into hygienic hoppers. Precision feed is critical for consistent chew and flavor. Gum base is melted, then sweeteners, softeners, and emulsifiers are blended into a homogeneous mass. Flavor concentrates are microdosed and vigorously emulsified to ensure even flavor distribution in every bite. The blended mass is fed to extruders that form continuous ropes of gum ready for forming and cutting. Heat-controlled rollers flatten the gum to exact thickness. Texture rollers can emboss logos or surface patterns. Vision and laser systems measure thickness, width, and surface finish. Any variation triggers an automatic correction. For filled variants, depositors add soft centers that are sealed between gum layers, all synchronized at high speed. Cutting arrays slice the sheets into individual sticks or pellets. Ultrasonic cutters minimize sticking and deformation. Scoring ensures easy separation. Portioning machines gather exact counts for wrappers. Careful cooling stabilizes the gum's texture and prepares it for hygienic packaging. Sugar or flavored coatings are applied on some products via tumblers and hot air dryers for a crisp outer shell. Polishing gives a glossy finish and final cooling sets the coating. High-speed wrappers seal each stick hygienically. Multi-pack and promotional formats are assembled by robotic systems. Quality labs monitor moisture, texture, and flavor volatiles to ensure consistent chew and shelf stability. Human panels complement instruments. Taste, cooling effect, sweetness, and chew are judged against standards. X-ray and metal detection systems remove any contaminants. Weight checks ensure pack accuracy. Products are boxed and labeled with batch codes and best before dates for full traceability. Automated kitting builds promotional bundles and seasonal packs with consistent accuracy. Pallets are optimized for transport efficiency and loaded for distribution worldwide. Trims and off-spec product are reclaimed and reused where possible to minimize waste. Sustainable plants recycle packaging and recover heat to reduce environmental impact. And that's how chewing gum is made, from a blend of base, sweeteners, and flavors to perfectly wrapped sticks ready for you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Inside the Factory journeys. Hey everyone, welcome inside one of the world's most iconic factories. This is where Coca-Cola comes to life. Today, we're breaking down every jaw-dropping step of how your favorite fizzy drink is made, from raw ingredients to the bottle in your hand. Welcome to our Coca-Cola factory. Today, I'll show you exactly how Coca-Cola is made step by step. Don't forget to subscribe for more behind-the-scenes videos like this. Let's go! The journey begins here, with massive trucks rolling in, carrying the essential building blocks of Coca-Cola: water, sugar, CO2, and the secret concentrate. Every raw ingredient is rigorously inspected. Technicians sift through sugar, test its purity, and analyze the iconic concentrate in lab vials, making sure it's exactly right. Then, these materials are channeled into specialized prep zones. Pipelines snake across ceilings, steam whispers from vents, everything flows toward the heart of the factory. In the lab, experts run high-precision checks, analyzing chemical makeup and even tasting test samples, ensuring each batch meets Coca-Cola's strict flavor standards. Water is king here, purified through carbon filtration, UV sterilization, and reverse osmosis. Only the cleanest water moves on to become part of Coke. Now we mix. Purified water, sugar syrup, and the secret concentrate swirl together in giant, state-of-the-art tanks, blending into the heart of what will become Coca-Cola. From this high-tech control room, experts monitor every variable: temperature, concentration, flow. If anything drifts off, they make correction real-time. When the syrup mix is perfect, it flows through pressurized pipelines, transporting it safely to the next phase: carbonation. Carbon dioxide is injected next. High-pressure CO2 tanks feed into the system, prepping the syrup with its Before carbonation, the syrup cools. Cold coils lower its temperature, which helps the CO2 absorb better and ensures consistent taste in every batch. Here it is, the magical transformation moment. As cold syrup meets pressurized CO2, tiny bubbles dissolve, turning it into real Coca-Cola, fizzy, rich, alive. Robotic arms quality checks, measuring carbonation levels, taste, clarity, and color. No detail is too small. Watch that liquid glide, deep caramel color, glistening with tiny bubbles. This is the essence of Coca-Cola, in motion. To guarantee that same taste after travel and storage, we test thermal stability. We heat, we cool, and we compare. The formula must hold. The secret concentrate is stored under tight security. This is the heart of Coca-Cola's flavor, preserved under controlled conditions. Empty bottles race along the line, are rinsed and filled, all without human touch. A perfect pour. Next up, labeling and capping. Red Coca-Cola labels wrap around flawlessly, and automated cappers snap on the red crown tops, all in perfect sync. From above, it's a finely choreographed dance, robots stacking, conveyors feeding, tunnels forming tight, clean packages. Sort every crate, scan barcodes, and route cases precisely to the right places. A hot air tunnel wraps each case in plastic film, sealing them securely for shipping. This ensures the bottles remain safe and intact. Before shipping, humans take over again. Engineers examine each bottle under bright lights, checking fill level, cap placement, and label consistency. Once approved, pallets must load them onto branded Coca-Cola trucks headed for stores and eventually your fridge. Look at that scale, a global operation humming. This is more than a factory, it's a heartbeat for millions. In the logistics center, robots and staff organize pallets with precision, barcode scanning, high-store real-time inventory management. And there they go, Coca-Cola trucks taking your favorite drink from this massive plant to the world. Your hand. From start to finish. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe for more behind-the-scenes journeys through the world's This is where living animals carefully eat. Today we follow chicken from farm pens to hermetically sealed cans. Agility, speed, and heat. People in machine. Poultry begins in the hatchery, controlled temperature, vaccines, and biosecurity reduce disease risk before birds. Quality checks decide which birds go to fresh meat and chicken. Humane, chilled transport reduces stress quality. Traceability begins at the farm, back flock. From pen to plant, time and ting. On arrival, bird humane slaughter routine. Dunning and slaughter methods ensure humane treatment and product safety. Scalding loosens feathers for mechanical removal. Feathers. Trained inspectors remove defects and ensure only safe bird. Rapid chilling within food safety limits. Growth. Processing lines and formulations. Bat coated and moved to the cook line when ready. And uses a defined formulation, broth, seasonings blended under controlled heat. Partial cooking reduces microbial load and prepares meat. Plant uses either raw pack, cook or hot fill methods depending on product style. Both. Hermetic seam and tag keeps contaminants out during sterilization. Inspected before heat processing to ensure uniform sterilization. Sterilization, retorts that use controlled heat and pressure, shelf-stable. Sterilization destroys bacteria and spores, carefully calculated by product thermal lethality to everything. As cans cool, a vacuum. This helps prevent recontamination and stabilizes the product. Automated vision inspects air. Quality control samples verify product specs before release. And staged for distribution. Control continues in the warehouse, first in, first out, and regulatory compliance and certifications underpin from the plant to domestic shelves and export markets. Close the loop. Shelf presence decides packaging and labeling communicate quality. Label fast, shelf-stable protein. And consumers increasingly close material loops, recycling metals and food. Canning plants support livelihoods across the From farm pens to sealed cans, modern canning is science. Subscribe to Agro Factory Secrets for 3 stories. Inside a modern bottled water factory. Today we'll show bottle you pick off the shelf, step by step, strict science and hygiene. Welcome inside Today we'll show how raw water becomes the clean bottle you pick off the shelf, step by step, under strict science. Next is tiny particles are flocculated into larger clumps, then removed to lower turbidity. Polish out remaining particulates, protecting and improving clarity. Remove chlorine, organics, and tastes/odors. It improves mouthfeel and freshness. Micro/ultrafiltration removes bacteria, acting as a protective polish before any membrane desalting. For purified water lines, reverse osmosis pushes water, removing dissolved salts, organics, and many contain very low TDS water. Activate microbes without chemicals, ozone oxide disinfects, used alone or together for redundant protection. RO water may be remineralized to improve taste and stability. Dosing and pH adjustments restore mouthfeel and balance. Gassing removes dissolved oxygen to stabilize flavor. 0.2 micron filter provides the final microbial polish before. Bottles are rinsed with sterile water or ozone, using pressure balance fillers. Capping tamper evident. Labels, batch codes, and dates or packs are formed, shrink-wrapped, and stacked for shipping with robotic precision. Samples from each shift are tested for pH, and sensory properties. Batches meeting strict specs move to distribution. Modern bottle-to-bottle recycling and capture heat. And that, screening, multi-stage purification, final polish, sterile filling and rigorous testing, so every bottle. Beer begins in fields, springs, and laboratories, but its final form is a carefully choreographed industrial ballet. Today we follow barley, hops, water, and yeast from farm to bottle. Filling, fermenting, conditioning, packaging, a chain of craft and engineering. Agro Factory Secrets, step inside a modern brewery. Barley supplies the starch that becomes sugar, the foundation of every beer. Farmers time harvest for ideal starch and protein balance. Hops bring aroma, bitterness, and preservation. Growers harvest cones at peak lupulin maturity to lock in oils. Water makes up most of beer. Its mineral profile shapes mouthfeel and mash chemistry. Breweries treat water to exact specs. Yeast is the living engine. Different strains create the aromas and alcohol. Labs cultivate and bank starter cultures for consistency. Harvest windows are short. Grain and hops are moved quickly to preserve quality. Initial drying and sorting prevents spoilage and begin traceability. Every lot gets a batch code. From farm to malt stirrer or brewery, transport protects quality, temperature, and moisture control matter. Sensors monitor temperature and moisture during transit to ensure malleable grain and fresh hops. Grain may go to a malting plant for conversion, or directly to a brewery if malt is purchased ready-made. Samples taken at arrival verify moisture, protein, and hop oil. Chain of custody ensures traceability. Stored under controlled conditions, raw materials wait their turn on the brew schedule. Malting converts barley starches to sugars. Steeping, germination, and kilning develop color and flavor malt profiles. Milled malt, the grist, exposes starches to water in the mash. The crush sets extraction efficiency. Adjuncts and specialty malt tailor body, color, and sweetness for each beer recipe. Precise hot liquor, brew water, is prepared to hit mash temperatures that activate enzymes. Mashing is chemistry in motion. Enzymes break starch into fermentable sugars that yeast will eat. Lautering separates sweet wort from spent grain. Sparging rinses remaining sugars for maximum yield. The boil sterilizes the wort and concentrates flavor, a dramatic, aromatic stage. Hop timing matters. Early additions bring bitterness, later ones bring aroma and volatile oils. Boiling evaporates unwanted volatiles and concentrates gravity. The brewer monitors every boil minute. Whirlpooling separates solids from clear wort, a crucial clarity step before cooling. Rapid cooling prevents contamination and creates the right temperature to pitch yeast. Cooled wort flows to fermenters where the living wort begins. Yeast eats sugar and creates alcohol and aroma. Fermentation transforms wort into beer. Primary fermentation takes days to weeks depending on beer style and yeast strain. Dry hopping adds intense aroma without bitterness, a final botanical flourish. Conditioning matures flavor, reduces harshness, and lets yeast settle for bright, clear beer. Carbonation is dialed to style, gently effervescent for lagers, creamy for stouts. Final filtration polishes clarity and microbial safety before packaging. Packaging lines move at blistering pace. Cans and bottles are filled, sealed, and labeled in seconds. Quality control verifies every batch, gravity, ABV, bitterness, and safety metrics before release. Case packing and palletizing protect product in transit and keep logistics efficient. From brewery to bars and stores, the cold chain and timing determine freshness on tap and shelf. Whether poured on tap, in a bottle or can for a picnic, beer reaches consumers through many channels. A final pour, amber, gold, or black, celebrates months of art and science in a single glass. Every day, millions of loaves are created in a process so fast, so precise, that it feels almost impossible. This is how modern factories turn simple ingredients into perfect bread at unbelievable speed. It all begins with flour, stored inside towering silos and transported through airtight tubes to ensure absolute purity. In colossal mixers, flour meets water, yeast, and salt. In minutes, machines knead the dough with the strength of dozens of human bakers. Then comes fermentation, the moment yeast brings the dough to life. Temperature-controlled rooms help each loaf rise to the perfect height. Robotic cutters divide the dough into identical pieces. Automated rollers shape each one with flawless precision. This stage is the secret to softness. Warm proofing chambers help the dough reach its final rise, light, airy, and ready to bake. In high-speed ovens reaching over 200 degrees Celsius, each loaf bakes to a perfect golden crust in just minutes. Fresh from the oven, loaves travel along massive spiral conveyors, cooling naturally while maintaining flavor and texture. Precision slicers cut each loaf at lightning speed. Robotic packagers wrap and seal every bread to keep it fresh for days. From grain to loaf. From simple ingredients to millions of homes. This is the incredible journey of modern bread making. Follow for more behind-the-scenes factory magic. Every year, millions of tons of banana stems are discarded as waste. But inside one of the most advanced factories on Earth, these forgotten stems are transformed into valuable fibers used in textiles, paper, eco-products, and even construction materials. This is the largest high-tech banana stem factory you've never seen before. Stay with us as we reveal every step of this incredible transformation. After bananas are harvested, the plant dies. Traditionally, banana stems are left to rot or burned. But these stems contain strong natural fibers that rival synthetic materials. Modern factories now see waste as opportunity. The process begins at the farm. Fresh banana stems are cut, bundled, and transported quickly to prevent decay. Timing is critical. Fresh stems produce stronger fibers. Once inside the factory, every stem is inspected. Damaged or dry stems are rejected. Only premium raw material enters production. Massive industrial cutters slice the stems into uniform sections. This prepares the material for efficient fiber extraction. This is the heart of the factory. High-pressure extraction machines separate fiber from pulp using rollers and blades. No chemicals. Only mechanical force. Freshly extracted fibers are washed repeatedly. This removes sap, dirt, and impurities. Clean fibers mean higher quality products. Moisture control is essential. The fibers pass through temperature-controlled drying chambers. Too much heat weakens the fibers. Precision is everything. Not all fibers are the same. Automated systems sort fibers by length, thickness, and strength. Each grade serves a different industry. Now the fibers are transformed. Some become textile threads. Others are compressed into eco-boards, paper pulp, or packaging materials. Every batch is tested. Strength, flexibility, and durability are measured before approval. Approved materials are packaged for global shipment. From farm waste to export-ready product. Banana fiber is used worldwide. Fashion brands, construction companies, eco-packaging manufacturers. One plant, endless possibilities. This factory doesn't just produce materials. It reduces agricultural waste, cuts pollution, and creates a sustainable future. From discarded stems to global products. This is how innovation turns waste into value. If you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes journey, subscribe for more factory secrets you've never seen before. Welcome to our chocolate milk factory. Today, we'll show you every step from pure milk to that delicious chocolate sip. Hit subscribe for more factory tours. Everything begins with fresh milk delivered in chilled tanker trucks, plus cocoa, sugar, and stabilizers. Each batch is logged for traceability. Before anything moves, lab teams test milk for temperature, fat, and bacteria, while ingredients are certified for moisture and purity. Everything is traceable. Batch codes tell exactly which farms and tankers contributed to this production run. Sourcing programs help ensure consistent milk quality from trusted suppliers. Milk is standardized so every bottle has the same creaminess. Fat levels are adjusted with precision. Cocoa powder is pre-wetted and mixed into a stable slurry with emulsifiers so it blends flawlessly with milk. Warmth helps dissolve sugar in cocoa quickly. Heat exchangers control temperature without harming milk proteins. Homogenization breaks fat globules into tiny droplets so chocolate milk is smooth and resists separation. Pasteurization kills harmful bacteria. Most plants use HTST, high temperature, short time, to protect flavor while ensuring safety. Rapid cooling preserves taste and prepares the product for filling under chilled conditions. In final blend tanks, milk meets cocoa slurry and sweeteners. Gentle mixing preserves texture while a nitrogen blanket limits oxygen exposure. Flavor scientists and sensors ensure sweetness, chocolate intensity, and mouthfeel match the recipe exactly. A second homogenization pass sometimes follows to ensure long-term stability and a silky mouthfeel. Filling takes place under chilled, sanitized conditions. Rotary fillers pour the product while minimizing foam and preserving CO2 levels, if any. Tamper-evident caps and induction seals protect freshness. Camera systems confirm every cap is secure. Some factories cold-fill chilled bottles for refrigerated distribution. Others use UHT and aseptic cartons for shelf-stable products. Each method requires different sterile handling. Labeling machines apply brand graphics and nutrition information. Shrink tunnels set sleeves tightly for a premium look. Robots pack and palletize to protect product during transit while optimizing space. Refrigerated storage keeps chilled product safe until it ships to retailers and food service customers. Regular sensory panels and lab checks ensure flavor, texture, and safety. Humans and machines collaborate for final approval. Modern plants recover energy and recycle packaging to reduce carbon footprint. Complete traceability means any issue can be rapidly traced and contained. And that's how chocolate milk is made in modern factories: safe, consistent, and ready for your fridge. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more behind-the-scenes factory tours and process deep dives. Welcome to our factory. Today I'll show you how candy canes are manufactured from sugar to the finished cane. Hit subscribe for more factory tours. Everything starts with pure, food-grade sugar, glucose syrup, peppermint flavor, and food-safe coloring. Every ingredient is tested for purity and exact concentration, strict quality control from the first scoop. Ingredients are staged in hygienic tanks and conveyors, ready for the cooking process. Complete traceability links every cane back to the source. Sugar and glucose are heated under precise conditions until the mixture reaches the ideal candy temperature. Technicians constantly monitor temperature and viscosity to hit the hard crack set point, a critical stage for candy canes. The cooked sugar mass is pumped to forming lines under sterile conditions. Peppermint natural flavorings are metered in by microdosing pumps to ensure consistent flavor. Candy pulling aerates the sugar, giving the cane its opaque, satiny look and crunchy texture. A colored stripe is applied in exact proportion while the sugar mass is still pliable. This is how the classic red and white pattern forms. Ropes are extruded and twisted into long cane shapes. Robotics ensure perfect pattern alignment and consistent thickness. Some lines still preserve craft techniques to optimize texture. Tradition meets automation. Controlled cooling stabilizes the pattern and keeps the cane from deforming. Precision cutters slice the ropes into exact lengths, speed with care to prevent cracking. Each stick is gently bent into its iconic hook shape and cooled to hold form. Vision systems check every cane for pattern accuracy, size, and surface quality. Rejects are removed instantly. Specialty canes are produced with custom molds and flavor inserts for seasonal variety. After cooling, canes are wrapped to lock freshness. Individual sleeves protect shape and hygiene. Batch codes and production dates are printed on every pack for traceability. Finished boxes are packed and palletized, then loaded onto trucks bound for stores and holiday displays. Special gift packs are prepared for online orders with additional protective packaging. Quality checks include snap tests, texture analysis, and sensory tasting to ensure the expected crispness and flavor. Waste is minimized, trimmings are reclaimed and packaging recycled or energy recovered. Modern factories optimize energy and logistics to reduce environmental impact, especially during peak holiday runs. And that's how candy canes are manufactured inside a modern factory, from sugar to the hook you love. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more inside factory stories.